Hello everyone, hope all of you are doing great. And in today's video, we are going to discuss and answer together Paper 1, April 2019 exam. Let's have a look here at the first question. Question number one here says to you, work out the value of y. So the first thing that I need to do is just to simplifying this as much as possible. You're going to find here that 6 times 3 is 18 plus y equals 23. You have to send the 18 to the other side in order to get rid of it, but you're going to send it to the other side with the opposite sign. It is added over here. It's positive 18 added to the y. I'm going to send it to the other side, negative 18. So y equals 23 minus 18. So y equals 5. The next question here, Blessy thinks of a number and multiplies it by 3. She then subtracts 6. Her final answer is 15. Work out the number Blessy started with. So we already have the end over here. In order to work out the beginning, we need to move backwards. So moving from the end to the beginning, it means that I'm going to go backwards. Moving backwards requires the inverse operation. So starting here with the end 15 and saying to you that you subtract 6, no, I'm going to plus 6. And then it says here multiplies it by 3. No, I'm going to divide the answer. After that, I'm going to divide the answer by 3. After that, at the end is going to give you the number that Blessy was thinking of. So first thing, 15 plus 6, which is 21. You divide this by 3 is going to give you a 7. Gabriella has 3 bottles of water. Each bottle contains 500 milliliters of water. Work out the total quantity of water. Mister, this is actually a question that is for like third graders or something. All right, so we do 500 multiplied by 3 bottles, which is going to give you 1,500 liters. Well, if you write 1,500 liters, unfortunately, you're going to lose the mark. Why? Because this is milliliters, so this is milliliters, and they want the answer in liters, so divided by 1,000, which is 1.5. Here they're saying to you that Jamila has a recipe for biscuits. To make 12 biscuits, she uses this. Jamila makes 36 biscuits. Work out how much butter she needs. Well, Mister, for biscuits, she needs, well, let's say about this, biscuits, she needs butter. For biscuits, she said 12 biscuits, she needs 125 grams of butter. But what about 36? Well, at first, is this direct proportion or inverse proportion? If you need more biscuits, are you going to use more butter or less butter? Yeah, Mr. Common Sense, definitely. To prepare for more biscuits, I'm going to need more butter. So you multiply this by 3. This is what happened to the 12, actually. It is tripled. It got tripled. So I'm going to multiply this also by 3, which is going to give you exactly 375 grams. And make sure that they're requesting it also in grams. So 375 in grams, because if they said kilograms, then it would have been 0.375. Here, they wanted to use this fact to find 3 over 8 times 4 over 5. Well, Mr. can just simply say it is 12 over 40. And simplifying that is going to give me exactly 3 over 10. The simplest form. Yeah, I kind of agree with you, but how can you use this fact? Using the fact, if you noticed over here, this requires you to write down that this should give you the same answer as 3 over 20, which is over there, up there, but it is doubled because I don't have only multiplied by 2/5. No, it's multiplied by 4/5. So it is doubled, which is going to give you 6 over 20. Simplifying that, dividing by 2 is going to give you 3 over 10. This is how you use the fact. So use the fact that is up there. It is 320, the same thing exactly as 2 multiplying by 2 over 5th, but it is doubled. The 2/5 got doubled to be 4/5. So I'm going to double the answer. 3 over 20 gets doubled, gives you 6 over 20. Simplest form, 3 over 10. Draw a ring around the two numbers that are exactly divisible by 9. Let me remind you of the divisibility rule by 9. You add all the digits up and you check if they are in table 9 or not. Like 3 plus 9. What's 3 plus 9? 3 plus 9 is 12. No, 12 is not in table 9. I'm not going to take it. 5 plus 4, 9. Yes, 9 is in table 9. Definitely 9 times 1. 9 plus 6, 15. Nope. 1 plus 2 is 3. Plus 3 is 6. No. 2 plus 9 is 11. 11 plus 7 is going to give you 18. Yes. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 plus 8 is 13. No. And they told you already only two numbers. Draw a ring around the function that corresponds to the rule in the box. You multiply by 4, then subtract 2. So multiply x by 4 gives you 4x. Then subtract 2. So it is this one. Work out this. Well, in multiplication, remember this, always in multiplication, ignore the decimals. So it is 127 multiplied by 3. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. And here gives you a 3. But I have two decimal places. Look at this. Here is a decimal place. Here is another decimal place. So I got two decimal places. So it's 3.81. There are 30 days in November. It rains on 3/5 of them. Work out the number of days when it does not rain. So I'm going to need to find either you find 3/5 of 30 and the rest of the days it doesn't rain, or you just find the 2/5 of 30. Oh, mister, they want the 3/5. No, they don't want 3/5. They want the rest. This is 3/5 rains. They want doesn't rain. So the rest of the 3/5 is 2 over 5. That's why I'm going to do 2/5 of 30. 30 divided by 5, this is how we get a fraction of a number. 30 divided by 5 is 6. 6 times 2 is going to give you 12. So 12 days. Here they're telling you the diagram shows a prism. The cross-section can be divided into three identical rectangles. Focus on the word identical. This means that the three of them are equal. Each rectangle measures 7 centimeters by 4, given to you here in the diagram. The prism is 10 centimeters long. Here it is. The length of the prism is 10 centimeters. Work out the volume. Oh, mister, we didn't take this. Oh my God, this looks very complicated. I took just the volume of of a triangular prism, of a rectangular prism, but a compound or a combined shape this way? No, we didn't take this. Well, it's just you took a rule that is extremely important. Volume equals area of cross-section times length. So the area of the cross-section here, which is the front here, look at this. The cross-section is 3 rectangles. The area of one rectangle is 28 centimeters squared. Yes, but I have 3 of them. So 28 again and 28 again. Centimeters squared. So let me erase this not to confuse anyone. Doesn't want to erase, whatever. Okay, so 28 times 3. So area of cross-section is actually 28 multiplied by 3. That's going to give you the cross-section, the area of the cross-section, 28 and 28 and 28. Then you times it by the length, which is 10. So let's do this. 28 times 3 is going to give you exactly, you can do it here. You can either do it mentally, which is going to give you 84, or you multiply just this way, and you carry up the numbers. It's up to you if you can do it mentally, multiplying 3 by 30, which is 90, you minus the 6, 84. Then you multiply 84 by 10, which is 840 centimeters cubed. Here, they're giving you a shop sells 2 different bags of rice. Rice A, which is 500 grams, plus 25% free. And this one, 750 grams plus 1/5 is extra free. They're asking you, tick to show which bag gives you more free rice. More free rice, this means I need to find what is 25% of 500, and also I need to find what is 1/5 of 750. So in this one over here, this means quarter of 500, which means 500 divided by 4, which is going to give you exactly 125 grams. Mister, I didn't notice that this is quarter. I did 25 over 100 and I multiplied it by 500 and I also got at the end 125. Fine, not a problem at all. Definitely would have been much easier if you noticed from the beginning that this quarter, so you divide by 4, it gives you 125 grams. And here, as we agreed earlier, you divide by 5 and then you multiply by 1. So 750 divided by 5 is going to give you exactly 105, 0. So 150 grams. So which one has extra free? The 25% or the fifth? Well, actually, the 25% of 500 has less. So the extra free is rice B, which is 1/5. You must show your working. Here it is. This is you working. Okay? Next. Mia and Lily are trying to find the nearest whole number to square root of 120. She's saying it is 10, and the other one is saying it is 11. Tick to show who is correct. Definitely it is Lily. Why? Show, give a reason for your answer. Well, because 111 is equal to square root of 121, which is closer to square root of 120. Write down all the primes between 60 and 17. Just to remind you, prime numbers are the numbers that have only two factors, 1 and itself. So, for example, here between 60 and 70, you got 9 numbers. 61. Okay, 61 definitely is not divisible by 2, not neither divisible by 5, nor by 10. But I need to check over here. It's not an even number. It is, if it's an even number, then definitely stay away from it. So cancel all the even numbers. Cancel the 62, cancel the 64, 67, 66, 68. Cancel all the even numbers because all of them are divisible by 2. They cannot be prime numbers. The only prime number that is even is the 2. So I have here 63, 65, 67, 69. Definitely, I'm going to cancel the 65. It is obvious, semester, that it is divisible by 5. So no, I'm not going to take it. The primes that I have over here, the other numbers I have 61, 63, 67, 69, don't go and write them because you must check if they are divisible by 3 or not. If they're not divisible by 3, then what? Then write it. It is prime. So again, the first step to get the prime numbers between anything, eliminate the even numbers. Don't get the even numbers. After that, don't get the multiples of 5. After that, don't take and or eliminate the multiples of 3. 6 plus 1 is 7. No, it's prime. 6 plus 3 is 9. Oh, divisible by 3. I'm not going to take it. 6 plus 7 is 12. Oh, sorry, 13. 13 is not a multiple of 3. So 67. 6 plus 9 is 15. Whoa, 15 is a multiple of 3. So it is divisible by 3. I cannot take it. So the only two numbers actually that are prime between 60 and 70, 61 and 67 only. Anastasia has 4 coins, A, B, C, and D. One of these coins is a fair coin, and the other 3 are biased coins. She throws each coin 200 times and records the number of times she gets ahead. Ahead, actually, we know that it is half. Take the coin that is most likely to be the fair coin. Well, 200 times to get ahead, it is going to be approximately about 100 times. Which one is the closest to 100 times? Most likely. Well, definitely not this one, not this one, not this one. It is C. It's the closest to 100. By the way, Mr. it could be على فكرة, it could be coin B, 142 hats. Why not? Is it impossible? No, 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 it's not impossible, but they said to you most likely. So most likely it is going to be C. Okay, over here in multiplication and division, just remember that multiplication always gets bigger, right? Not always, actually, except when multiplied by less than 1. Less than 1. The answer gets smaller. Same thing exactly with division. Division, answer gets smaller, except when you divide by smaller than 1. The answer then gets bigger. Okay, so 14. Here it's a number that is smaller than 1. If you say I multiply, well, it should get smaller than. No, but it got bigger, so it can't. It's definitely division. 16 here, did it get multiplied by bigger than 1? It got bigger. Yes, makes sense. Multiplied by smaller than 1 got smaller. Yes. Multiplied by smaller than 1 got bigger? No, 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 no way. It's division by smaller than 1 gets bigger. You need to understand these rules. Here to find the exterior of any polygon, remember that exterior equals a 360 over the number of sides. They told you it is 10 sides. So 360 over 10, which is 36 degrees. Here they're telling you Oliver plans to take, let's read from the beginning. Here are the timetables for trains running from, I don't know how to pronounce this, but let's say Dipside to Flaghaven, and from Flaghaven to Hangberg. So here you got the trains. This is a train, another train, and so on, but on Monday to Friday. So Monday to Friday. Here Saturdays only. Okay. And the same thing over here, but it is from Flaghaven to Hangberg. Oliver plans to take the 11:06 train from Dipside to Flaghaven. So 11:06 to Flaghaven. Next Wednesday. So it is Monday to Friday. It is not Saturdays only. So we are doing it right. Calculate how long his journey will take. So we want from 11:06 till 13:24. You're gonna find that 2 hours, but I have a Mr. 18 more minutes. So it is 2 hours and 18 minutes. From 11 to 13 is 2 hours, and from 6 minutes to 24 minutes is 18 minutes. All right, next question. To travel from Dipside to Hangberg, passengers must change trains at Flaghaven. So to travel from Dipside to Hangberg, from here till here, they're saying to you that passengers must change trains in Flaghaven. Yuri needs to travel from Dipside to Hangberg next Saturday. Okay, so we are here. He must be at Hangberg before 8:15. Before 8:15? Okay, so he cannot take this one. He can't come here. Okay. They said you work out the time of the latest train he can take from Dipside. So I need the train that comes here. right? This is the latest that arrives at Hankburg before 1815. They want before 1815. So the latest before 1815 is this one. I need to reach this timing from dip side. How? If I think about taking this, look at that. You're going to arrive at Flaghaven 1740. You cannot take this. You can't take 1530. You will arrive at Flaghaven after 1530. You're going to miss this train. So I need to take this train in order to arrive at this one. So taking a 1236 is the train that is going to help you arrive at Flaghaven 1510, which will help you take the train at the other train, because they said to you, you have to change the train. So, which will help you take the other train, which is 1530 from Flaghaven until you arrive at Hankburg 1558. So the answer is 12:36. This is the train that he must take from Dipside to arrive at Flaghaven 1510. Then he takes 1530 train until Hankburg 1558. So 12:36 is the answer. Each of these numbers is written as a product of prime factors. Use this information to write 539 over 847. So this is 11 times 7 squared. 539 is 11 times 7 squared. Don't think about, oh, what are the numbers that I can divide both of them by? How can I simplify this? There isn't anything that I can divide both of them by. Well, it's going to be very hard to find it. Yes, I agree with you. So you need to use the fact. They told you that 539 is 11 times 7 over 7 to the power of 2. Over, they told you that 847 is actually 7 multiplied by 11 to the power of 2. Now you can simplify. Bye-bye to this 11. 1 from of the 11th. From here also bye-bye. I'm going to have only 111 left from 11 to the power of 2. You know actually what this means? In other words, let me just simplify this a little bit more for you. This actually means 11 by 7 by 7 over 7 by 11 by 11. But I'm going to cancel this with this and cancel this with this. What is going to be left? 7 over 11. That's it. Over here, you got 55 over 539 as a fraction in its simplest form. I'm going to use the same fact about 55. I already know it. It is 5 times 11 over 539. They told you it is 11 times 7 squared, which is times 7 times 7. Bye-bye to the 11s. So I'm going to have 5 over 49. So 5 over 49. Rajiv measures the lengths of 40 birds. Here you go. From 16 to 17 is 13, happened 13 times, and so on. But they want you to draw the frequency diagram to show these lengths. How can we do that? Well, if you remember, let me just go to the Clever Math application over here. If you remember, we agreed in order to draw the frequency diagram, you must have the midpoint. Midpoint. So the midpoint between 16 and 17 is 16.5. This is 17.5. 18.5, 19.5, 20.5. This is the midpoint in each class interval. And about the frequency diagram, you must start from the midpoint. So here you have the length. But which length am I going to draw to start from? Is it 16 until 13 or 17, 13? Neither. It is 16.5, 13. So 16.5, 13 over here. Then 17.5, 8, 17.5, 8, 18.5, 12, 18.5, 12, 19.5, 4, 19.5, And for the last one, 20.53, 20.5, and 3. Just line graph. You connect them in order. Don't make a mistake. Do not start from here and you say, I go there. No, this didn't happen first. You start with the points that start from the x-axis, this one to this. And after that, you take it from here up there. Then here, after that, this one. And now I finished my frequency polygon. Someone might say, I want to draw a bar graph. Not a problem at all. You can do that. Yes, you can. A bar graph. Look at that. From here, you go all the way up from 16 to 17 until here, and so on. From 17 to 18, you come here, and so on. Gonna be much easier, I guess, with the ruler, or much easier on the computer. Here you go. This is also accepted. So it can be either a line or a bar graph. Both are accepted. All right, let's get back to this. Here it says to you, Rajiv says that the median length is in the interval 18-19. Tick to show if Rajiv is correct or not. How can I know that median? Well, you need to start actually adding 40, the frequency, the total frequency, which is 40 is already given to you. I have to find first the position of the median. Position of the median, N median. Position of the median. Position of the median is 40 plus 1. Oh, Mr. Why is it plus 1? It's a rule. You just add 1 to find the number that is exactly in the middle. That's the median. The number that is exactly in the middle. To find it, it is 40. You add the total frequency, which is 40, plus 1 divided by 2, which is going to give you 41 divided by 2, which is 20.5. So the median is between the 20th and the 21. Start adding the frequency numbers. Once you pass 20.5, then this is the correct class interval where the median lies. Again, mister, I found here that the median, the position of the median, is in the 20.5 position. It is between the 20th and the 21st. How did I know it? 40 plus 1, 41. Divided by 2, 20.5. Start adding. 13. Have you passed 20.5? No, not yet. Okay, so 13 plus 8 is 21. Have you passed 20.5 yet? Yes, I passed it. I reached 21. Good. So it is here. So the median is in this class interval. It is between 17 and 18. So L, 17, 18. So Rajiv is not correct. It is in the class interval 17, 18. It's in 17, 18. Calculate the value. Okay, start with the brackets. So it's 2 plus 8. This means multiply by 35. Then I continue with the multiplication. You multiply 8 by 35. You want to do it mentally. 8 times 30 is 240, plus 40 is 280. Or you can do 35 multiplied by 8, and you're going to reach also at the end of 280. Plus 2, so it is 282. Here, Chen investigates how people in his town will vote in an election. Here are 3 methods he uses to collect data. Tick the correct box to show whether each method collects primary or secondary data. Ask the parents of his friends. Asking the parents of his friends, well, it is data that he's collecting by himself. So here is the key. By himself. Collecting by himself. So it is what? Primary. Look for survey results on the internet, not collected by himself, collected by others, secondary. Go to the library to look up the results of the last election, not collected by himself. He's going to go and search and look for surveys or results found by other people. He's going to look in books, he's going to look in magazines, in newspapers, whatever, but he's going to look for something that other people did already before. So it is also secondary. 20% of 30 is the same as 40% of what? Okay, when you find a question like this, just to try to find the relation between the percentages and do the opposite in the amounts. So the percentage here got doubled. Do the opposite. Divide by 2. That's it. Oh, mister, so you mean if they said here 10, for example, it means from 20 to 10, you divide by 2. I multiply the others here by 2. Yes, exactly. Do the opposite. So find the relationship between 20% and 40%. Oh, it got doubled. Then from 30 to the missing number gets divided by 2 or gets halved. Here is a list of numbers. Find the largest positive number that can be made when two numbers from this list are multiplied together. So here, find the largest positive number that can be made when two numbers from the list multiplied together. Well, if you multiply here -7 by -5, what is this going to give you? If you multiply them by each other, they're going to give you 35, right? So what do they want actually? They want you to write -7 and -5? Or they want another thing? No, they want only just to find the largest positive number that can be made. They don't want you to write -7, -5. All right, so let me write this here. So it's going to be 35. But is there another thing that I can try? So maybe -7 times -3, no way. Maybe -5 times or -7 by something that is positive there, no way. It's going to give you negative. They want the largest positive number. Okay, when they are multiplied. Good. Subtracted from each other. The largest positive number that can be made when two numbers from the list are subtracted from each other. Well, subtracted from each other over here is going to make the story a little bit different. So if I take here 6, let's try it, minus -7. What do you think about this? Well, definitely 6 minus 3, no way. 6 minus 2, no way. 6 minus -3 is going to give you just a 9, but 6 minus -7 is going to give you the 13, because 6 plus 7 is going to give you 13. So it is 13. These two lines are the same length. All measurements are in centimeters. Write down an equation to show that the two lines are the same length exactly. Well, let's do this. Here, they say to you that you got two lines, and all measurements are in centimeters, and they're telling you that the two lines are the same length. They want you to write an equation to show that the two lines are the same length. So I want to say that this multiplied by itself, multiplied by 5. Why I must multiply by 5? Because I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got 5 of it. So it is 5x minus 1 equals 2x plus 8. Right? You can write this as an equation. You can simplify, you can start expanding the brackets. Fine. 5x minus 5 equals 2x plus 60. But don't do more than that. Why? Because we're going to get a request from you down there to solve it, actually. Work out the length of one line. To work out the length of one line, you need to find the value of x first, because I don't know what x is equal to. So what are we going to do? I'm going to do over here, send the 2x to the other side. So I get 5x minus 2x. equals a 16 plus 5. I sent the negative 5 to the other side. So here 3x equals 21, x equals 7. Don't make a mistake and say that the answer is 7 centimeters. No, you found the value of x that you wanted the length of one line. So you're going to go and do what? Here you say 7 plus 8, which is 15. Yeah, but I got another 15 over there. So 15 and 15 is 30. So one line is just 30 centimeters. And you're going to find that it has the same length exactly as the other one. If you start here doing 8 is 7 minus 1 is 6. 6 multiplied by itself five times, or 6 multiplied by 5, sorry. 6 multiplied by 5 is going to give you 30 exactly. In question 25, it says AB is a line segment. So let's draw it. Here is A, B. They're saying too that M is the midpoint of AB. So I got the midpoint over here, which is M. And they're telling you that A is the point 7, 2, 7, 2. And M, which is the midpoint, is 5, 6. So 5, 6. And they're asking you to find the coordinates of B. We don't know B. Well, Mr. We took to find the midpoint, we actually add x1 plus x2, and then we divide by 2 to find the midpoint. Yes, exactly. And then I say y1, which is the 2, plus y2, and then I divide by 2 to find the midpoint, the y coordinate of the midpoint. Yes, exactly. Add them and then divide by 2 to find the midpoint. But here I already have the midpoint. So what am I supposed to do to find one of the two endings? Double the midpoint, okay, which is 10, and then minus the x. So 10 minus 7. So I'm doubling the x of the midpoint, and then I will minus it, minus from it to the other x. So double the midpoint here, double 5 is 10. 10 minus 7 is going to give you 3. Double the y, which is 12, the y of the midpoint. So, which is 12 minus 2, which is going to give you 10. Now, if you try it, 7 plus 3 is 10. Divided by 2 is 5. Yes. 2 plus 10 is 12. Divided by 2 is 6. Yes. Okay. So double the midpoint minus the known x, double the midpoint minus the known y. Here they're telling you that the diagram shows a fair six-sided spinner. Each section is numbered. The numbers on 4 of the sections are shown, 1, 2, 4, and 6. But there are other 2 sections that are missing. Ahmed spins the spinner twice, and the scores are added. Okay, so he spins it twice. 1 is over here, and the results of the other is here. 1, 2, 4, 6. The other 2 numbers are missing. 1, 2, 4, 6, and the other 2 numbers are missing. We don't know them, but I know that the number over here is the same as this, and the number over here is the same as this because it's just one spinner. 1, 2, 4, 6, 1, 2, 4, 6, 1, 2, 4, 6. It's just one spinner. The 2 numbers that are missing over here are the same exactly like the 2 numbers that are missing over here. So let's try to do this. So they said he adds them up. So 1 plus 1 is 2, 1 plus 2 is 3, and so on. 1 plus 4 is 5, 1 plus 6 is 7. But I need to know this one. Yeah, I know that 6 got added to something to give me 12. Okay, so this is a 6. And the number over here is also going to be a 6 as we agreed. All right. And 6 plus something is going to give you 14. Well, this is an 8. So I knew the other number. So I got a 6 and an 8. So I'm going to just write over here an 8. That's it. Let's add them up to fill in the table or to complete the table. Here, you got here a 7. I'm adding the 1 to the 6, 7, and here is 9. Adding a 2, this is going to be 8 and 10. Adding a 4, 10 and 12. Adding a 6, this is going to give you 14. Adding a 6, this is going to give you 7, 8, 12, 12 again. Adding an 8, this is going to give you 9, 10, then 12, 14, then giving you a 14 again, then 16. Calculate the probability that the total score is 10 or more. So they're talking to you about this section. Look at this, 10 or more. They're talking about this. You see that? Here is 10 or more. How many numbers? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So it is 17, mister. Out of how many? Because they want probability, so I need a fraction or a percentage. 17 out of how many? How many numbers do you have in total? You're gonna find that the spinner is 6 numbers, so 6 by 6 is 36. All of them are 36 numbers, so 17 over 36. Here, they're asking about the gradient. So I need the y to be the subject in all of them. The first one is done for me. The second, the third. But the fourth one is not done for me. I need y to be the subject. So it is y equals 11 minus x. The positive x goes there minus x. And here the y is the subject already. Good. The first one is the gradient, positive, negative, or there is no gradient at all. The gradient we agreed is the coefficient of the x. The number that is next to the x is the gradient. So here, the coefficient of the x here is the gradient, which is positive 4. So yes, Mr. This is positive. Done for me. Here, do you even have an x? No, I don't. So it means that the coefficient of x is 0. The gradient is 0. So y equals negative 1. Here, the coefficient of x, which is the gradient, is negative 6. So it is negative. Here, the coefficient of x is negative 1. So y equals 11 minus x. It is negative. Y equals 3x minus 5. The coefficient of x here is positive. It's positive 3. So I'm going to write over here in the positive. Y equals 3x minus 5. They want you to calculate the value of P and the value of Q, P and Q. Well, these two sides here are equal in this triangle. It's an isosceles triangle. And the only different side, which is AE, has the two equal angles. Again, so where's the different side? The side that is not equal is this one. So the side that is not equal has the equal angles. So 62 is 62. The angles of the other side are equal, okay? The angles of the other side are equal. So now I can find P easily. So it's 180 minus 62 plus 62 is going to give you 124, which is equal to 56. So P here is 56. All right, this is 90, this is 132. Can I find this one? Yes, angles on a straight line. How did I know that this is a straight line? Is it because it looks like a straight line? No, because they told you AD is a straight line. So 62, this is going to be what? 118 degrees. Now I can find the Q because this is a quadrilateral. This BEDC is a quadrilateral, so all of them add up to 360. So you're going to have to do 360 minus 90 plus 118 plus 132. So what is this going to add up to? You can just put them on top of each other. And this is going to give you exactly 10, which is add up, carry up 1. It's going to be 4, 5. So it's going to be 14, 340. So what is Q? Q is 20 degrees. Hassan says that the quadrilateral is a kite. Take to show if Hassan is correct or not. Is this a kite? No, Mr. Why? Because in a kite, one or two angles are equal. You must have two angles that are equal. Look at that. Let's imagine that this is a kite, or let me just draw it down there. And in the same direction as well. So let's imagine that this is a kite. In a kite, you got two angles are equal, which is not happening over here. You get one line of symmetry. Definitely, this is not an accurate kite. So you get one line of symmetry, which is also not there. I don't have two equal angles. I don't have a line of symmetry, and which is also have two pairs of equal sides. This and this are equal. This and this are equal, which is also not happening there. So choose one of these three reasons and just write it over there. So no, he's not correct. It is not a kite. Give a reason. There are, you can write a kite has two equal angles. This is enough. Or a kite has two pairs of equal sides. Or a kite has a line of symmetry. Whatever. Okay, here are two elevations of a triangular prism. Side elevation, so they said a triangular prism. Okay, side elevation, which is this one. This is the side. The triangle is actually the side. And at the front, you got over here this rectangle. Well, they want you to draw a plan view of the prism. Plan view means like the top view. The top view. Imagine yourself looking at this 3D shape because they told you this triangular prism from like the third or the fourth floor of a building. What are you going to see? First, I need to imagine this to be at the side. This over here, that rectangle and the triangle are going to share this side. You see this? Are going to be shared together. This requires actually a lot of concentration and a lot of imagination, to be honest with you. Otherwise, it's going to be really hard to imagine. Okay, so this side over here and this side over here are going to be shared together. Imagine this triangle being connected to this rectangle, but this is going to be at the side view, sharing the same edge, this edge. Okay, so the depth of the triangle over here, this is the depth is going to go as the depth of the 3D shape. So this base is going to be actually the depth of the 3D shape. So the depth of the 3D shape is going to be how many centimeters? 1, 2, 3, 4 centimeters. 4 centimeters is the depth of the triangle. And you're going to have here the width of the rectangle that you're going to see from the plan view from the top. It is actually 2 by 2 centimeters. Okay, so 4 centimeters by 2 centimeters is the rectangle that you're going to see from the top. Imagine this triangular prism, seeing or looking at it from like the third floor of a building. Actually, you're gonna see a rectangle. The top view is gonna look like a rectangle. How big is that rectangle, or what are the dimensions of that rectangle? It is going to be the depth of the shape is gonna be 4 centimeters, and the width of it is going to be 2 centimeters. So the plan view is any rectangle that is 4 by 2. Definitely you need a ruler. 4 by 2. Or you could have drawn it also in a different way, which is kind of like vertical, 2 by 4 going down here. So you could have drawn it also. This is correct, 4 by 2. And this is also correct, 2 here and the 4 over here. All right. I still know, actually, I'm sure that this might be a little bit hard for some of you to imagine, but let me tell you something. The diagram that they want us to draw over here, the isometric drawing that they want us to draw over here might make it a little bit clearer. Okay, so look at this. Here I'm going to draw actually this triangle. We need the triangular face, which is actually 3 down from here. I'm going to need to go to the Clever Math application to use straight lines. So I'm going to go for this triangle is 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3 down. Not accurate enough. Here you go. And then you connect it. Then the fourth, which is the depth, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you connect it. After that, the triangle, you must close it, which is this side. I need to close it over here. That's it. Let's get back to the next question. The last question. Work out the fraction that is halfway between 1/3 and 1.5. Well, halfway means midpoint, so I need to add them up. 1/3 plus this, but convert this into an improper fraction. 2 times 1, the 2 stays the same. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. Multiply up and down here by 2 to make the denominators the same. I cannot multiply or add unless the denominators are the same. So I multiply this here up and down by 2, multiply here up and down by 3. This gives you 2/6 plus 9/6, which is 11/6. Don't go and write 11/6 over there as the answer. You just added them up. But we agreed the midpoint, add them up and divide by 2. So it is going to be divided by 2. 11/6 divided by 2 equals, keep change flip, so 11/6 times 1/2 equals 11/12. So halfway through these 2 points is 11/2. Thank you so much, everyone, and see you in another video.